Shinny up a tree, shinny up a tree.
And when you think of Christmas, remember me.
He looks like Santa, he wears the same suit.
But I was the first to wear it, and I'm much smaller and more cute.
He's the oldest elf, and he needs to slow down.
No, I must make sure Santa reaches your town.
He acts so grumpy, but he's really quite sweet.
There's no time to waste. Every child needs a treat.
His favorite food is cabbage and cheese.
But don't blame me if you smell a stinky breeze.
Shinny up a tree, oh, shinny up a tree. There would be no Christmas if it weren't for thee.
There would be no Christmas if it weren't for me.
Shinny.
Well, I'll try to make time for you, but you gotta hurry and visit me at claus.com.
In the North Pole, let's take a stroll. The elves make toys for good girls and boys. It's the merriest place in cyberspace. So come on and make friends.
How about you know it. Jenny, here's one there.
Oh, yes. Everybody's hopping. Oh. Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring.
Grandpa, how about a different kind of Christmas story?
You mean something other than a story about Santa Claus?
Yeah, I've heard all the ones about Santa and the reindeer and all the usual stuff.
Okay. Well, what would you like to hear about then?
I've never heard about Santa's elves. Who are they? Where did they come from? How did they help Santa? You know, cool stuff like that.
You know, I've got a very special storybook here that's probably unlike anything you've ever seen before. And I think it has just what you want in it.
Whoa, awesome! I want to hear all about Santa's coolest elves.
Great! All you have to do is pick out which of Santa's first elves.
I am from the faraway land of Spanish legend and mystery. I am fiery, I am spicy, but my true conquistador nature is that of a vigilante champion, which led me to save the village from detection from the outside world. Oh, true. One day, jets flew over the ice field, and I had hid the entire village beneath tons of cotton candy, popcorn, powdered sugar, and pastry icing. From that, I became chief of elf security. But was it my fault everyone gained 10 pounds and had to eat their way out from under my sweet security blanket? Ole.
I left my homeland in the Far East to wander the world studying the ancient arts of delicious dessert delicacies in every land. After I became a master chef of making cookies, cakes, and candy, I came to the North Pole village to find everyone so busy they had no time for making rich rewards and sweet treats. So, I unpacked my pots and pans and got to work, putting weight on everyone's littles and smiles on their faces, including Santa, who used to be called Skinny Claus. Now he calls me his favorite elf. I wonder why.
When I come to the North Pole, Santa is asking me to come up with some sort of wagon to ride all his toys in. Well, I think, but all my ideas were cooked in green one. But I learned a long time ago never to underestimate the powers of good old elf magic dust to put things into proper perspective. That fixed part 1. Part 2 was to sprinkle magic dust onto Shinny's stinky cheese and cabbage soup and feed it to the reindeer. Yeah, they took off flying, and all I had to do was hook up the sleigh behind them. Of course, with all that stinky cheese and cabbage for fuel, I still got an awfully mission problem to work out.
Since I am an Oxford-educated elf of letters, actually having lived in a large Oxford dictionary during my school years, well, I believe the overall success of Christmas itself is due to my extraordinary foresight in the creation of, technically speaking, the naughty or nice list. And thanks to that famous list, we have managed to dispense with disorganization and mistakes in the gift-giving and wish list department, prioritizing those children who are more or less deserving. In short, making sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve, be that for better or worse. Mistakes? Nonsense. I've checked it twice.
I learned tree carving up north at an early age. I cut down a whole forest and whittled 1,000,000 toys out of the trees. But I had nowhere to put them away. So after arriving at the North Pole Village and Santa told me, well, he could use them, it was a dream come true for me. It wasn't long, though, before he asked me to make a whole bunch more toys. But then I realized there ain't no trees in the Arctic, so, well, I had to invent the great toy hullabaloo machine. And all it needs for raw materials are the dreams of children. So as long as kids dream of toys, you know, I'll never stop making those dreams come true, eh?
Let me tell you about me. They call me Shinny Up a Tree because, well, that's what I was doing when I first met Santa Claus. Climbing up and down a pine tree, collecting my personal belongings from where I had to hang them. Because the dang tree was growing up through my igloo, see, I didn't have no room for my stuff. Yup, it was me who invented the Christmas tree. Sure it was. And it was my idea to build a village up at the North Pole, too. And what thanks did I get? The stupid name Shinny Up a Tree! Whew, I shudder to think what they would have called me if I had slipped and fallen out of that tree right on my...
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring.
Grandpa, how about a different kind of Christmas story?
You mean something other than a story about Santa Claus?
Yeah, I've heard all the ones about Santa and the reindeer and all the usual stuff.
Okay. Well, what would you like to hear about then?
I've never heard about Santa's elves. Who are they? Where did they come from? How did they help Santa? You know, cool stuff like that.
You know, I've got a very special storybook here that's probably unlike anything you've ever seen before. And I think it has just what you want in it.
Whoa, awesome! I want to hear all about Santa's coolest elves.
Great! All you have to do is pick out which of Santa's first elves you want to know all about. Have fun.
Hello, Alabaster Snowball here, and this is The Santa Show. Hopefully someday I'll get my own show, but we won't talk about that now. Our story begins last night, when the North Pole recorded over 10 feet of snow. Santa and the elves went out to take a break and have a snowball fight. Well, the elves were definitely winning. When asked about the snowball fight, one elf replied, "Santa made a good target in his big red suit." And when you're 3 feet tall and an elf, that red target is much bigger than the side of a reindeer barn, don't you know? Unhappy with the results of the snowball fight, Santa challenged the elves to a game of hoops. The elves accepted his challenge and soon fell to his high-flying, slam-dunking, board-shaking jam. Santa said, "I love being the big man in the middle, and playing against people only 3 feet tall can do one heck of a lot for your self-esteem." The final score, Santa 109, elves 5. Late last night, Santa was caught relaxing after a busy day. Oh, I bet that feels marvelous. There's nothing like unwinding in the hot tub after a good long day at the toy workshop. Yes, boys and girls, even Santa gets stinky. And boy, that big guy can really stink up a room. Goodness. In reindeer news, a certain red-nosed reindeer's nose was looking just a bit dim on a test flight last night. Well, a very worried and concerned Santa gave the nose a good polishing. It was so shiny that when he was done, Santa could see his own reflection in it. All of the other reindeer checked out okay, so it looks like there'll be no unfortunate crashes like the one last year, which I'm not allowed to talk about, where Santa hit a chimney. Everybody at the North Pole Village knows Santa just loves decorating for the holidays. But he always seems to get tangled up in the lights. I hope Mrs. Claus wasn't watching. Oh, Santa, come on. It was funny the first time and the second, maybe even the third, but it's been 300 years. My, you'd think he'd learn by now how to hang the blinking lights. A candid shot sent in by an anonymous elf. Mrs. Claus and Santa are seen caught under some mistletoe, about to kiss. Ooh. The nameless elf reported Mrs. Claus as saying, "I wonder what it would be like to kiss him just once without the beard." Well, good luck. Santa doesn't plan on shaving his beard any time soon. She should just thank goodness that the stinkball bathes every day. I'm surprised she can still smell after living with him so long. It's like sour milk, if you want to know. Anyway. In Internet-related news, Santa's new top 3 website list just came out, and the winners are as follows. At number 1 is www.claus.com. The number 2 spot goes to www.spunkytown.com, the cartoon site, and coming in at number 3 is www.scary.com, the scariest site on the web. All 3 Santa-approved sites are sure to be flooded with eager boys and girls surfing the web for fun and entertainment. Go to. Santa made a routine secret visit to elf school and found that there are still seats available for the winter semester. So, if you haven't signed up to earn your honorary elf diploma yet, well, there's still time. The toy workshop needs all the hands they can get, although they only pay you in peanuts. Literally, only in peanuts. I personally despise peanuts. While making his rounds, Santa also stopped by Mrs. Claus's kitchen, just in time to help Mrs. Claus test her cookie batter. Not only was it the best batch Santa has sampled in years, he said that he'll be back later to help her test the cookies. Sugar Plum Mary was heard to reply, "But how can he sample the cookies when he ate all the batter?" Well, don't come to me. I'm a newscaster, not a cook. After making the daily rounds, Santa had himself a nice nap. He said he had a dream about all the toys he was going to deliver to the good children of the world. Oh, come on. We all know he was dreaming about that cookie batter, loads of it, and he probably woke up after he ate it all in his dreams, too. Speaking of presents, Santa's still wondering what to get Mrs. Claus for Christmas. Email him from the North Pole Post Office if you have some suggestions. Rumor has it that if Mrs. Claus doesn't get a present this year, a certain man in a red suit is going to be sleeping in an igloo for quite a while. A very long while, serves him right. And to end our segment of The Santa Show, Santa updated the Naughty or Nice list for the gazillionth time just today. You can check how you're doing by visiting the Naughty or Nice archives. And you'd better hurry, because, you see, once you're on the naughty list, it's awfully hard to get back on the nice list. Trust me, I know. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by SpunkyTown.com, the only place to watch the best cartoons for kids on the web. Well, I'm Alabaster Snowball with all the cold facts for you. Thank you so much for watching The Santa Show. A Merry Christmas to all, and to all a Merry Christmas.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring.
Grandpa, how about a different kind of Christmas story?
You mean something other than a story about Santa Claus?
Yeah, I've heard all the ones about Santa and the reindeer and all the usual stuff.
Okay. Well, what would you like to hear about then?
I've never heard about Santa's elves. Who are they? Where did they come from? How did they help Santa? You know, cool stuff like that.
You know, I've got a very special storybook here that's probably unlike anything you've ever seen before. And I think it has just what you want in it.
Whoa, awesome! I want to hear all about Santa's coolest elves.
Great! All you have to do is pick out which of Santa's first elves you want to know all about. Have fun.
I am from the faraway land of Spanish legend.
Did you enjoy hearing about your favorite elves?
It was great, but it's a little sad knowing it's all over.
But that's the best part about stories. Whether they're in books, on film, or even on websites, you can always read them again and again and again.
I guess you're right, Grandpa. They're still in there all right.
That's right, still there, just waiting for you to come visit them again, anytime you want.
And I will. But Grandpa, are all of those elf stories really true?
They are if you believe they are.
Do you believe they are?
Now, what do you think? Ho, ho, ho.
Tell everyone I said Merry Christmas.
Why don't you tell them, huh? Night, grandson.
Merry Christmas, you guys!